Yo, what's good? It's your boy Big Bain in this thing. Hey, check this out before we jump into the awesomeness, right? Need y'all to check me out on all my social platforms. I'm pretty much on everything. Check me out on SoundCloud, Patreon, BeatStars, all the streaming services. My official website, forexwithbain.com. That's where you can join my Discord. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, all right? Let's get right into it.
Yeah, I'm really finna get your ass the game, man. You know I break it down. Come on, man, you know it's Bain.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Bain Break It Down Forex. It's your boy Big Bain in this thing. You guys guessed it. Another week, another opportunity for us to make some money in the Forex market. Let's get right to it. All right. Boom. Over on the dollar, guys. A little mix. All right. We did break this low, make this new low, pull back into this fair value gap. So we should drop. I think we're going to get a little bit of a rise just to fill this imbalance, and then I think we're going to get that drop. But it's also a little tricky because this is the pullback, right, which is giving us uptrend structure, and it hasn't quite broken this low yet to give us an actual change of character to, you know, continue falling to the downside. So it's a little mixed at the moment. We can still get a rise out of here, possibly getting a little deeper into the supply area before dropping. All right, so little tricky on the dollar, but I'm going to say for now I'm going to say bullish, only because we really haven't broken this low yet to continue our bearish movement on the dollar. All right, so bullish on the dollar still. All right, moving over to our dollar. All right, so if the dollar is going to rise, this looks like it's going to fall. All right, so we did break a high, which means price wants to go higher, but it looks like it's beginning a bit of a pullback phase here. Again, we just broke this little internal structure, pull back to this demand, so we might drop a little bit and then rise up out of here. But you know, huge imbalance at this demand area that has not been mitigated, so I'm feeling more bearish on the dollar, guys, thinking that it will drop. All right, so bearish on dollar, euro dollar. All right, I believe we're probably going to get a bit of a rise up, sweeping this engineered liquidity, tapping into supply, and then dropping down to this swing low. All right, even though it's stating that the euro wants to go higher, but I think it's going to come and sweep this liquidity, and then from there it'll potentially start to rise. But for now, bearish on euro dollar. All right, pound dollar, same thing, bit of consolidation like the odd dollar. I'm looking for it to break below and kind of go down a little bit more, but that might not be all the way down, guys. It may just be to some of these areas midway point, and then potentially turn around to grab all the liquidity sitting behind these highs. All right, bearish on pound dollar. New Zealand dollar, same exact thing. I'm bearish on it. It's like it's brother and sister, odd dollar and pound dollar, so I'm just expecting a drop. All right, over to dollar CAD. So again, this is mixed just as well as the dollar. It looks like it's still in bullish format, right, in terms of the pullback, right, to this area. So I do think we're going to get a hit up to supply, but then we could possibly drop from there. So again, bullish initially, but probably going to turn around and start to fall on the dollar CAD. All right, over to dollar CHF. It looks still like the dollar does, bullish. Okay, so I do expect a little bit of a push down into demand, and then kind of taking off from here, heading up towards the highs, or at least to take out the liquidity area that's sitting here. All right, bullish on the dollar CHF. All right, dollar JPY looks bullish. All right, so again, hasn't really broken structure to the downside. It potentially could start to do that now, but until it does it, it's still going to be bullish. So I'm going to go bullish on dollar JPY. All right, pound odd, you guys can kind of see, again, it looks like it's ready to kind of rise up out of here to continue its push up. But I think we may get a tap into demand before we do that, so it's a little tricky. But I think it'll push down a little bit before it rises and at least get somewhere up to these highs, potentially this, and that's almost 200 pips just from demand up to there. So I'm bullish on pound odd. All right, pound CAD. I guess I didn't really mark it up, or maybe I did. I just can't see it. Hold on. All right, so yeah, I don't know. It looks like we did a decent pullback into this fair value gap in demand, so we're starting to rise, but we're failing to break higher. right? So that may be a telltale sign that we're going to drop. But again, this could be engineered liquidity that we sweep, right, and push up out of here. But I don't know. I'm very mixed on it, so I don't think I'm going to be doing anything with pound cat just yet. All right, over to pound CHF, and again, this is even from last week that I mentioned, we were somewhere around here. I mentioned that we were going to go and grab this imbalance that was here, guys. It looks like it's going to play out now. So have a long position to take advantage of that for about 200 to 300 pips to the upside, filling the imbalance. I'm bullish on pound CHF. All right, pound JPY, I'm also bullish. Again, we're at a major supply zone, or coming off a major supply zone, but the structure here is still bullish, and we've got a nice pullback here. Maybe it'll drop down and try to fill this imbalance before rising, but I'm taking my chances right now with the position from this low, trying to catch it back up to the high for over 200 some odd pips. I'm bullish on GJ. All right, pound New Zealand, don't really know. I think we're going to get a touch of the trend line and then drop, right, because we did break the low. So all of this is just a pullback. I don't really see any imbalance. Price looks efficient, so I believe we're probably just going to get somewhere a little higher, either tapping the trend line before we get the drop, but I'll be bearish on pound New Zealand. Okay, oil still looks bullish. Yeah, so we got a nice push up right at the equals, and then we're starting to push down. I don't really see too much imbalance, so I think we're going to go ahead and rise up a little more to fill the imbalance that we see to the upside. Still bullish on oil. All right, silver, very tricky. Looks like we got our pullback to supply, and we started to push down, but we consolidated. So again, we can still drop. It's just the consolidation is killing us, right? It's taking forever to break out of it and bust a move to the downside, but I'll be bearish on silver. All right, over to gold. All right, gold looks like it's going to rise. All right, so we got a nice break of the high, made the new high. We pull back, right? This was engineered liquidity. We just swept it, and we filled this imbalance. There's more imbalance to be filled to the downside. So again, potential of it falling, especially if the dollar rises. But I'm a little mixed on gold, guys, because I can see both sides of the picture being true. All right, so for now, I don't know what I want to do with gold, but we'll be watching it, especially if it gets lower for a buying opportunity, or if there's more rejection from, if there's more bears showing up on the lower time frame, maybe for a selling opportunity, but undecided on gold. All right, over to natural gas. And natural gas from this time frame, the daily, looks like it can continue to push down. Yeah, because I don't really see too much that it would want to go and get to the upside. Maybe these highs here, but time will tell. If we kind of get a break below here, maybe looking to sell natural gas. All right, but over to SPY. All right, guys, I've been waiting for SPY to die, but it's been saying, hey, we still got life, right? Pushed up a little bit more, created a nice imbalance on the break, so I expect us to fill that imbalance as well as the imbalance down here. So major move on SPY. I'm short on SPY, or I'm looking for the selling opportunities as we're at a major level of resistance right now. A little fair value got right above it that I'm hoping it does not want to go and get. Again, hope is not a strategy, right? So we may see price push up some more before we see it fall. But if we get more bears to show up in this scenario from where price is, I'm definitely going to be looking to sell SPY all the way to the downside. Bearish on SPY, guys. All right, NAS, same exact thing. So we're near a bit of a fair value gap that it has here. Okay, and right there. So we may get a little push up to that and then drop, but definitely just expecting a major drop on these indices, guys. And they're gonna do numbers, right? To this gap, that's 1,000 points, right? And the next gap, that's 2,000, almost 3,000 points. So again, money on the table to be made. Just very nice structure for seeing a drop, guys. Bearish on Nas. Last but not least, US 30, and same exact thing, right? Bearish on that. Just want to see, you know, the money. All right, maybe it does a sweep of the high before dropping, but ultimately, guys, I'm in it to win it for the sells, and that'll do it. All right, so hope you guys enjoy this weekly watch list. Don't forget to give thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be dropping tons of more content coming up, and you guys should be able to, you know, dive in and take advantage of some gems. All right, my style is wild, all right, but I get the job done. All right, so again, in the meantime, in between time, y'all know what it is. It's your boy. Peace.
Wanna get money? Wanna get paid? Master Forex, like a sensei? Then you know you gotta come and swing my way. And if you wanna fast forward, hit replay.